One chill winter's day, I took a walk through the snow, hat atop my head, boots below my feet, and my hands nestled warmly in gloves. As I walked, my thoughts began to wander, as they often do, and I soon found myself in a forest. The snow clung to the branches and the pines of the evergreens, and the sun shone down, heating the snow. From the way it formed in my gloves, I could tell right away. It was the perfect packing snow. I set to work, piling the snow together and packing it down, forming, shaping, sculpting, until at last it was complete. I stood back to admire my work. He was perfect, slightly misshapen in some places, and his smile was a little crooked, but he was perfect nonetheless. I gazed at my snow friend for a moment before continuing on my walk. Every day or so I would walk out to visit my snow friend. I'd tell him about my day and share with him stories of the world beyond his forest. But then one day I noticed something was different. Something had changed. His grin seemed a bit crookeder than normal, and his head had started to shrink. I suddenly realized in horror and sorrow that my snow friend was melting. I tried my best to pack him back up, to fill out his face once again, rearrange his smile the best I could. He looked better, sort of, more put together than the state I found him in. So I spoke to him, like I always do. Confided my secrets and worries of the coming year to my frozen friend. The next day I walked out to find him in a sadder state than he was yesterday. Once again I tried to piece him back together, but to no avail. For every handful of snow I packed together, another fell off. I adjusted his hat, and his smile drooped even more. In frustration and sadness, I crumpled up against a nearby tree, staring at my snow friend with tearful eyes, cursing him for leaving me, for threatening to go. After everything I had told him, all the secrets and fears I had entrusted him with, the time I had spent building him up and putting him back together again when he looked like he was about to fall apart, I sat with him, even after the sun had dipped down below the trees. As time passed, I felt my frustration and sadness began to melted into pity. Pity for my snow friend. He would never see summer, or spend an afternoon picnicking in a field of flowers. He couldn't do those things. He wasn't like you or me. He wasn't forever. He was temporary. And with the morning sun, he would melt and fade along with the rest of winter. And so I rose to my feet, patting his head and readjusting his smile once more. And then I headed home, allowing myself to get lost in thought once again, pondering my future and the paths that lay before me, where it would take me and who else's paths would intersect with my own. And at the edge of the forest, I turned back once more and whispered goodbye to my temporary snow friend.